So one team I've been very enamored with in the past couple seasons is the OKC Thunder, and one player I've been very enamored with from the OKC Thunder this season is Jalen Williams. Now, Jalen Williams is a 6'6 guard for the OKC Thunder who has more skill to boot than most teams would even hope for. On a team where he's a shooting guard but doesn't really have the ball in his hands too much, yet he produces and affects the game on such a veteran savvy level, it shows just how great he is already and just how much he can grow in the next couple seasons. And now, while his counting stats don't really jump out at you on the page as a rookie, even though he's having a very solid rookie season, overall his impact doesn't really show in the numbers, and even then the numbers are still great. This season he's averaging 13.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.1 assists on 52% shooting and 35% from 3. Very solid numbers for a guy that's on a team with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that's attempting 20 shots per game, and Josh Giddey, who has the ball in his hands just as much as Shai, attempting 15 shots per game. Yet his ability to cut to the rim on any single drive from those guys and make himself open for passes, his ability to play great defense, and his incredible length and size makes him just one of the very great skill players that this team does have. And his ability to grow and adapt to the game this season has shown just how much he can improve as time has gone on. But another YouTuber in Alex Hoops has pointed out that even if he doesn't improve past what he is right now, he'd still be one of the more impactful players in the NBA. And right now, his mix of size and length and skill and ability to cut to the rim and play off the more ball dominant guys on this team just shows how good he is already. Right now, Jalen Williams is a 6'6 guard with a 7'2 wingspan. And with that wingspan, he dunks everything. When I mean everything, he dunks everything. He leads guards this season in dunks with 53, or I think more than 53. I think that was a couple of days ago when I got that graph. So either way, he leads guards in dunks this season. And right now with such a long wingspan, he has the ability to guard a lot bigger players than his size at 6'6". And with OKC now having a true center in their lineup for this season entirely, he has been in that spot to guard them, and he's done a very good job at disrupting their shots and even blocking a couple of them. But what really gets me is his ability to play off Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey. Shai right now is averaging 25 drives per game. That's leading the NBA, and I think is a record for the past decade in drives per game. And right now, Jalen Williams is amazing at cutting behind those drives. Shai doesn't always have the ability to score on those, and Jalen Williams makes himself always open for passes on cuts whenever Shai is going to the rim. And same thing with Josh Giddey. His ability to recognize when his man is either looking off of him or recognizing when guys are trying to jump the passing lanes, and the ability to dive to the rim and recognize how teams are playing him is way past what you would expect from certain rookies at this stage of their career and this stage of their development. But also, his ability to recognize when the cut isn't open and stand at the 3-point line and letting other guys make that cut on, better angles to get it is also something that shows just how smart he is as a player already. And with such a long wingspan, it's very hard for people to contest those shots because the ball's already in the rim before you even turn your head. Like, he's already dunking it before you even know he has the ball in his hands. But that's not the only thing he uses that long wingspan for. Again, I've said and I've prefaced, his defensive abilities has been great this season. He has very nice feet and is able to stay in front of guards. He has a strong, sturdy build, so he's able to knock certain guards off their drive. And even if they do get past him, his long wingspan and length allows him to still affect shots and even get some blocks on shots that you didn't even think he'd be able to affect. And even in his lesser parts of his game, like his 3-point shooting that needs some work, where he's only shooting about 35%, in the past since the new year started, he's shown some staunch improvements and has been getting better and better as the season has gone on. That's how much he's improved so far. He was averaging 27 minutes per game in the first 32 games of the season, and he was averaging 11.4 points, 3.7 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.4 blocks on 51% shooting and 30% from 3. Pretty good numbers for a rookie. Not anything crazy, but he was also a minus 4.8. Again, on a team that's not really looking to win now, you don't really see that as a problem. But when you look at his numbers since the new year, you realize just how impactful and just how much he's grown so far just in this season. In almost the same sample size in 28 games, he's averaging about 4 more minutes per game as OKC is trusting him a little bit more now. And he's all the way up to 15 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 2.1 steals, on 53% shooting and 39% from 3. His 3-point shot, that was a slight bit of a problem, has now become a strength for him as the season has gone on. and he's not only becoming far more efficient, but far smarter on the defensive end and affecting the game a lot more on the defensive end. And in that span of time, he's a positive 3.8 net rate plus minus, which is unheard of for certain OKC rookies when this team has been, well, as bad as it's been for the past couple years. So when you get a rookie that's already this skilled defensively and as a cutter to the rim, and has improved his 3-point shot in such a dynamic way in just half of a season, it just shows just how good this man can be as time has gone on. And again, like I said before, his ability to play off OKC's 2 top guards shows that OKC made the very right choice in picking him, as he's the perfect player to have next to these guys, and I think he's definitely locked himself in as a part of their core for a long time to come. And of course, a lot of people's preface OKC's problem in the sense of you have so many young guys on this team that needs development, there's not enough minutes to go around to develop them all. Well, in the minutes Jalen Williams has gotten, he has definitely shown that he's somebody that they should build around, and I think he's definitely somebody that will never be in any trade talks unless it's for somebody that's extremely good, and that's years down the line when this team's truly ready to compete. And I don't even think that's years down the line. I think within the next 2 to 3 years, depending on Chet Holmgren's development, this team could very much now be in the mix of the playoffs and could be a fringe contender if things go right. Now, of course, there's some weaknesses into his game, and you can already see that he's learned from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in his ability to drive to the rim. But again, his mid-range jumper does need a little bit more work, and his in-between game does a little bit more work. And he doesn't need to be too much of a great playmaker because you have Shai and Josh Giddey here, but he does sometimes have a little bit of tunnel vision when driving to the rim, so that could be fixed. But overall, his growth as a defender, as a cutter, as a shooter this season has shown that those problems can very much be fixed within the next couple of years. And I don't want people to have this expectation that he's going to take this amazing leap next year, because rookie growth is not linear. It's very much just incremental. He's new in the NBA. Teams are going to have a now clear scouting report of what he can do, and coming in next season, he's going to find it a little bit harder to get the same looks that he is this season. So again, don't expect the rookie jump from everybody. You can expect probably incremental growth, and you hopefully just see certain parts of the game improve, like his 3-point shot staying to this level at 39%, or his ability to pass gets a little bit better. But I don't want to put too much of an expectation on him, but right now he is absolutely great as an NBA player, and I could not be happier just watching him play for this OKC Thunder team. And like I said, in the second half of the season, he's been playing great, but I can tell you right now that in just the past, I would say 6 games, he has improved drastically from what he's been able to produce. In the past 6 games, he's averaging 23.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 2.3 steals, on 60% shooting and 55% from 3. Now, of course, those numbers are going to hold up. This is very much a hot streak for him, but that does show just how much he's improving as this season goes on. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think he can keep up these numbers, and can he still be a lead guard for this team or one of the lead players for this team? But with that being said, this is FLB. That is my time, and I am out.